And we're looking at layers now, and we might look at some filters as well. So on top here, I had that other layer I was looking at, and layers can be moved by clicking and dragging them underneath and on top. So if I was to get the eraser tool now, delete some of this, there we are, grab that second layer, and there it is, and now we can see that it's underneath. Here you go. Now we've also got the option to add filters to things. Now filters change an image drastically. We can find them up here in the filter and filter gallery. First, make sure you've got the layer you want to affect there. When we open the filter gallery, we're presented with all these different filters. Right now it's got the cutout filter selected, which is one of my favorites, and we can change all of these sliders here to effectively make some really unique and interesting looking effects. I've also got a zoom down the bottom left hand side here, so I can zoom out, see the entire photo, what I'm looking at. It's looking pretty cool. There's lots of different types of filters, from different brush strokes to distorting filters. And the great thing about Photoshop is we can layer these filters. So I'm going to click OK, see how that looks. It's pretty cool, but I want to try and combine some filters together. So I'm going to press Ctrl Z, go back to standard. I'm going to right click, duplicate this layer, and I'm going to call this one filter 1. And I'm going to rename my background copy by double clicking on the background copy word and just typing filter 2. Now naming conventions are really important so you know what you're looking at. When you get more advanced with Photoshop, you're going to have 50 plus layers, and you definitely know what you want, what you're working with, and want to have the right name there to avoid confusion. So filter 1, I'm going to put down the opacity to 50%, which means I'm going to make it half see-through. It doesn't look like we've done anything at the moment because they're a direct copy, but if I move this guy around, you can see that he's gone a bit transparent, or half transparency. I want to apply that filter I just had on the bottom layer. So half is going to be clear, sorry, this half percent is going to be normal, and the underneath, I'm going to go to filter, and if I want to, I can just hit the filter gallery up here, and that applies the last filter I just applied. So hitting that now, as you can see, I've now got a half-half mix of that cutout filter, which is underneath, and to give it a bit more depth, I've got a 50% opacity normal layer. I could take that down more if I wanted more of a cutout look, or I could go up further for none. I could apply another filter to this top layer. Let's do that now. Filter, filter gallery. Let's go with poster edges is a cool one. I like that. Gonna get nice thick edges there. Put down the intensity. That looks kind of cool. See how that looks. Okay, so turning it off and on. That's quite interesting. It's kind of highlighted all the blacks. Okay, so that's filters and a small introduction into layers as well.